Understanding medical debt and your legal rights is more important now than ever before. In the United States, millions of people face overwhelming healthcare costs each year, even those with insurance. A single emergency, hospital stay, or surgery can leave individuals and families buried in bills they never expected. And too often, those bills end up in collections, damaging credit and creating lasting financial stress. But the truth is, you have rights. And understanding those rights can help you navigate the system, protect your finances, and push back when things go wrong. In this video, we'll explore everything you need to know about medical debt and the legal protections that can help you manage it. We'll also break down how to negotiate bills, deal with collectors, and avoid long-term credit damage. Whether you're currently struggling with medical bills or simply want to be prepared, this guide will give you the tools to take control. Let's begin with how medical debt starts. Most medical debt begins innocently enough, with a visit to a doctor, hospital, urgent care center, or emergency room. Even if you have insurance, the out-of-pocket costs can quickly add up. High deductibles, co-pays, uncovered procedures, out-of-network providers, and surprise charges are all common. Sometimes the bill arrives weeks or even months later, and by the time it does, the details can be confusing. In many cases, people receive bills they don't understand, or charges they never expected. And if you don't pay right away, the balance can be sent to collections. That's when the problems really begin. Collection agencies can be aggressive, persistent, and stressful to deal with. But it's important to remember, medical debt is not like other forms of debt. It is treated differently under the law, and you have more power than you may think. Let's take a closer look at how medical debt impacts your credit. Until recently, unpaid medical bills could hurt your credit score significantly, even small amounts. But changes made by the three major credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, have shifted the rules. As of 2023, paid medical collections are no longer included in your credit report. That means if you pay off the debt, even late, it won't hurt your score. Additionally, medical debt under $500 is not reported to the credit bureaus at all. That's a big change that can help people with minor debts avoid unnecessary credit damage. There's also a 1-year waiting period before unpaid medical bills are reported to credit agencies. This gives you more time to resolve issues, verify charges, or set up a payment plan before your score is impacted. Now let's talk about your rights under federal law. One of the most important protections is the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, or FDCPA. This law sets strict rules for how debt collectors must treat you. They can't call you at unreasonable hours, use threatening language, or harass you in any way. If a collector violates these rules, you have the right to report them and potentially sue. You also have the right to request a written verification of the debt. If a debt collector contacts you about a medical bill, you can send them a written request within 30 days asking for validation. They must provide documentation that proves the debt is accurate and that they are legally allowed to collect it. Another key protection is the No Surprises Act, which went into effect in January 2022. This federal law was created to protect patients from unexpected out-of-network charges. For example, if you go to an in-network hospital but are unknowingly treated by an out-of-network provider, you cannot be charged more than your in-network cost for that service. This includes doctors, anesthesiologists, radiologists, and others you may not have directly chosen. The No Surprises Act also requires that providers give you a good faith estimate of costs for scheduled procedures if you request it in advance. Now, let's say you've received a medical bill that seems too high or incorrect. What can you do? First, request an itemized statement from the provider. This will show every service and charge listed in detail. Compare it to your insurance explanation of benefits, or EOB. Look for duplicate charges, inflated prices, or services you didn't receive. If you spot an error, contact the billing department right away and ask for a correction. Disputing a medical bill may take time, but it's worth the effort. Keep all your correspondence in writing. Document names, dates, and responses. Persistence can pay off. Many billing offices make mistakes, and a clear challenge may result in adjustments or cancellations. Even if the charges are correct, you may be able to reduce what you owe. Hospitals and clinics often have financial assistance programs, also known as charity care. These programs can lower or even eliminate bills for people with low income or high medical costs. You don't always have to be uninsured to qualify. Many working people are eligible but don't realize it. You'll likely need to fill out a form and provide proof of income or hardship. Don't be afraid to ask. Hospitals receive tax breaks in exchange for offering this help, but they don't always advertise it. If you can't get assistance, you can still try to negotiate. Many providers will agree to reduce your bill if you pay in a lump sum or set up a payment plan. You can also ask for zero-interest payment options that spread the balance over time. When negotiating, be polite but firm. Explain your situation and what you can afford. Get any agreement in writing before sending payment. But what if your debt is already in collections? First, don't panic. Start by requesting a debt validation letter. If the collector can't provide documentation, they must stop trying to collect. If the debt is valid and you want to pay, ask for a payment plan in writing. You may even be able to settle for less than the full amount. Be sure to keep records of every payment and agreement. Also, remember that paying a medical collection can prevent further damage to your credit, even if it doesn't erase the past. And thanks to the recent credit reporting changes, paying off a medical collection may result in it being removed entirely. If your situation is severe, you may want to speak with a non-profit credit counselor or a lawyer who specializes in medical debt. They can help you understand your options and avoid scams. Beware of for-profit debt settlement companies that promise quick fixes. Many charge high fees and fail to deliver. In extreme cases, bankruptcy may be the only way to eliminate crushing medical debt. This is a serious decision with long-term consequences, so explore all other options first. But for some people, it can offer a fresh start. Let's wrap up with some tips for protecting yourself in the future. First, always review medical bills carefully. Ask for itemized charges. Compare them to your insurance paperwork. If you don't understand a charge, ask for clarification. Second, know what your insurance policy covers. Stay in network when possible, and ask for cost estimates ahead of time for scheduled procedures. Keep copies of all your medical bills, payments, and insurance communications. If you speak to a provider or insurer on the phone, take notes and confirm agreements in writing. Monitor your credit report at least once a year to check for inaccurate medical debt reporting. And finally, advocate for yourself. The healthcare billing system is confusing, but you don't have to face it alone. Use the tools available, understand your rights, and don't be afraid to push back. You deserve fair treatment and financial peace of mind. Thanks for watching. If you found this information helpful, share it with someone you know. And remember, being informed is your best defense against medical debt.